Boom Squad, featuring your host, Matthew Tirado, aka Taco, with Peyton Barker, aka PlayStation, back for episode
Woo!
numero 3.
Tres leches. Tres leches.
How are you
Tres
doing, Peyton?
leches.
How are you
I'm
doing,
good.
bro?
I'm hyped up, bro. I'm hyped up, bro. You know, we about to get back into this podcast. You know, it's episode 3. You already know, but yeah, but everybody, you already know what I'm about to say right now. You already know what I'm
Tell
about
him.
to say.
Tell him. Tell him. Tell him. Tell him.
You already know.
Hit that what?
Hit the follow button.
Say it louder.
Hit the follow button. Hit the subscribe button. Hit the like button. I need you to hit this button. All right? I need you to hit this button. It's right there. It's right there. Wherever it is.
Hey, tell him about that social soup.
If it was Instagram or TikTok, it'll be up there or there. I don't know. I don't have TikTok. I don't want that app. Save me the drama for your mama.
Wait,
just follow wherever it is, subscribe wherever it is, like wherever it is, you know. Yeah. So do that for your boys.
Yeah, he's getting emotional over here, man. You gotta hit that subscribe button. You gotta hit. There's no there's no debate.
Hit the button.
Hit the button.
Hit the button.
Hit the button.
I need you to
hit the button.
It's here in my eye. Oh!
All right, yeah, bro. I'm gonna take some water real quick. Hold up.
Oh, you got water? That
yeah. I'm about to I have to get all prepared and stuff.
Water.
Yeah. All right. I'm liking the energy we have. So for context, this is like a bit earlier in the morning than our usual record time. We're hyped as hell. We're very much looking forward to this episode. So I don't know.
Not normally like this in the morning.
You want to go ahead and get into this? You want to get into this?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So for our first segment, which as you guys know, is dashboard, right? We talk about some interesting pieces of news, and there were 2 pieces of news that were a bit interesting to us. So it was announced that Disney and Marvel are going to have this game showcase on September 9th. And so basically expect there to be a bunch of Star Wars video game announcements, Marvel game announcements, etc. It's obviously a huge deal for people who are fans of the Marvel comics, Star Wars movies, Marvel films, etc. And so, you know, that's pretty much the extent of what we know. There obviously have been a few games like Avatar. Avatar has been announced. You have uh, Fallen Order 2, Star Wars Fallen Order 2 being announced. Marvel's Midnight Suns, Lego Star Wars, the complete saga could be getting, you know, a few new DLCs and stuff. But since I'm liking the energy we're going on, I want to ask you a question, Peyton.
Okay.
You're a bit of a fan of Marvel.
Yeah.
Who is the Marvel character you want to see get a video game?
Ooh. See, get a video game. There's two in mind because I was gonna say the third, but he already got a video game. That was Spider-Man. But the other two, like have a successful game too and everything. Black Panther is one, and Iron Man is the other. Now, I know Iron Man's got all like has a VR, but to be honest, ain't nobody playing that. Ain't nobody's playing that because literally I've seen gameplay of it is not as good. But you can make a good game out of the Iron Man series, especially like with all the movies that happened and stuff. Like you can see y'all doing something like that. And then like Black Panther. Black Panther is just that dude. He's really that dude. And I feel like it can work out, especially I well, like seeing the Black Panther movie. I mean, like it felt like you can really see it take form as a video game if you really wanted it to be a video game. Oh yeah. What about you, Matt? What are you thinking?
That's because I mean, Guardians of the Galaxy already has a video game.
True.
Spider-Man already has a video game.
True.
So
Pay attention to my Twitch though, because it might because I'm gonna start playing Spider-Man and Guardians of the Galaxy. Pay attention to my Twitch too.
Guardians of the Galaxy is I was genuinely surprised how good of a game that was. I
Mm.
was taken aback actually.
Is that like an action like is that like how Avengers video game is, or is it like choices?
Um, they have like it's just like a linear driven game, so purely single player. They have a few choices scattered around, but none of them affect your ending. They just affects like certain. There's only like a few choices that affect like a certain cutscene that triggers a different cutscene, or that triggers. I'm trying to find a way to explain it. Like that may have an effect on a certain mission, but
Yeah.
you can still like you basically accomplish the same objective regardless. You know what I mean? So it's nothing um like too crazy. You know what I mean? It's not like a Telltale game. I'll put it like
Yeah.
um.
You're right. You're right. Okay.
I'm trying to think. I mean, I have to go. I mean, selfishly, I'm gonna steal one of your choices. It has to be Black Panther. So I feel like
Hmm.
Wakanda, especially in the MCU, has not been fully explored yet. And
Very true.
coming
Very
from
true.
someone who hasn't read the comics, I'm sure you have a wealth of different characters, regions that you can explore movie wise. But imagine having a Black Panther open world game
Yeah. Yeah.
facing off against like Namor, for instance. I mean, I'm not sure they want to copy Wakanda Forever, but that'd be my ideal game, right? Is like wage war, like basically a war is waged between Wakandans and Atlanteans. You know, that'd be sick. That'd be
Hmm.
sick.
Yeah.
And
See what I mean? He's that
it is
dude.
it is rumored that Black Panther is getting an open world game. So that's
Really?
rumored a while, like I want to say a month or two. Yeah, but I think around a month ago. So
All right, give us the
fingers crossed. I
games.
want that
Give us the games.
because Black
Give us
Panther,
the games.
literally, that I can't imagine. That'd be such a cool game to play. That really would, especially open world. Like an open world Wakanda where you have the freedom to go where you want, etc. Like that has so much potential. It really does.
Mhm. Oh man,
Dude.
I can see it being a good game.
Oh yeah, undoubtedly. Dang, that's crazy though. I'm gonna take it back. No, I'm actually sad. I really hope that those rumors were true, though. I mean, obviously, take it with a grain of salt, but if
Hmm.
Marvel plays their cards right, they can actually make like with because I think uh, T'Challa is a fantastic
It's Charlie. Yeah.
character in and of himself, right? So to
Yeah.
explore like his struggles with being a king in the
Hmm.
midst of a war happening with the Atlanteans, that would be awesome. That would be literally one of the best Marvel games ever. And you can quote
Yeah.
me. I don't mean to like overhype it, but I
It
mean
has potential.
it
So
has potential.
we're not really hyping it up. But we're just like,
Yeah, yeah,
yeah, you're just looking forward to it, to seeing what they would do with it. So yeah. But yeah, I get it. That's definitely gonna be good.
yeah. Dang, I'm hyped up. I'm getting myself excited over something that hasn't even been announced yet. But dang.
Yeah, but the possibility of it, yeah, we can still get hyped about it.
Oh, undoubtedly. And trust me, if that news gets dropped, we're sure as heck going to be covering that. We can promise you that right away. We're literally going to start being every single one of our predictions, like when me and Peyton used to do, especially for like Last of Us Part Two, when we talked about it or whatnot. We try to predict every single plot point in the game, try to
Yep.
dissect every single
Yep.
frame of the trailer. you already know we're gonna be doing that for the Black Panther video game trailer if that ever comes out. So
Oh
just be
yeah, for
ready.
sure.
Alrighty. So let's go on to our second and final piece of news. So, for those who are unaware, me and Peyton are huge fans of a little video game franchise, Uncharted. Wasn't very successful, only sold like millions of copies around the world. So it's a very underrated franchise. Clearly, no one's
Very.
heard of it. Um, no one's heard.
Right, and it's got 4 games. Or
Yeah,
no,
four games,
five.
5 games. Actually, the
Five.
Lost Legacy. I mean, come on, totally underrated. Wasn't very successful. Yeah, we're actually the two only players that were paid for the games. Um, but nevertheless, that's sarcasm. But and there was a video game adaptation, in the form of a movie starring Tom Holland and Mark Wahlberg as Nathan Drake and Sully, respectively. Um, and we were taken aback by how fast it dropped on Netflix because
Yeah.
that movie came out February of 2022 and hit Netflix July 8th. And that's a bit abnormal. I mean, I'm not really sure like how studios determine like which films get dropped on streaming services more often or not than not. They it takes a little while. I mean, they probably want the physical media sales to be up before they even drop it on a digital service. So, I mean, so I guess my question for you is, as someone who hasn't seen the movie, where do you stand on it? And then, do you think it's a reflection of how bad the movie is, or was it just a choice of them just to say, "Hey, we want more people to see it," and let's hope it gains like enough, like a higher status to where we feel more comfortable making a sequel.
All right. I can see three kind of outcomes of it, you know? But I'm going to talk about my perspective of the movie first. I am a very easy person to please. I am a very easy person to please. If your movie makes sense, your movie actually just like, I don't know, seems pretty cool to me, then I'm going to like it. I'm going to like it. And in knowing that I've played all of the Uncharted games, like from 1 all the way up to Lost Legacy, um, I was a little nervous about it because I didn't know what to expect until they told me that there's some that the story takes place before Uncharted 1. So basically what I'm trying to say is like, okay, so this is just some unexplained territory, which is great, which is actually great because that leads up to the games that we all know and love. So, what I think of the movie, I think the movie did great. I think it did great. I think it did great. The music was there. I'll tell you, Matt. The music was there. They had the music. They had the music. The Nathan Drake theme song, only in like a little bit of a remix type of version, like more orchestra like. But yeah, they had that, and they only played it for a little bit. But hey, it worked. It worked when it did. What else can I say? Like this movie. Also, I really want to say this: Tom Holland, Tom Holland, and Mark Wahlberg. Great choices. Because I at first I was like, how you gonna make Tom Holland like Nathan Drake? I see him too much like Spider Man, and Mark Wahlberg. I don't know. I don't know. I mean, he's probably gonna do good. He did great. He did great in this movie. He really personified Sully. He really personified him, and I was like, wow, he really is like Sully. And then Tom Holland, forget Spider-Man when you're watching this movie. Forget Spider-Man when you're watching this movie because this man really played Nathan Drake right. you know, you know, like I don't know. I don't want to give off spoilers or nothing to the people who want to watch it or who are going to eventually watch it on Netflix and stuff like that. But just know in my opinion, it's a really good movie. A really good movie. They hit so many references. and to like the previous games that leads up to, the actual games itself. But now I want to talk about how my opinion on how it moved to Netflix pretty quickly. And I can see three reasons why. One, because not a lot of people liked it, or slash uh didn't watch it, because there's a stereotype where video game movies end up being bad, which I understand that completely. I do understand that. There's a lot of video game adaptations that have turned out pretty bad, but I bet you a lot of, and I think the reason is mainly because, like, out of that little reason, that reason, that main theory is that people just didn't watch it because they were too scared of it being bad. But if you just take the chance, I mean, you'll definitely like form an opinion on it. So why not just take the chance? And so this leads to my second one because of also financial reasons. Like maybe I don't see them making a second movie out of this. I don't see that. I don't see them doing that. But I do see them making like a maybe like another adaptation to a game, to the Uncharted. I don't know, something. But like they're trying to get more people to view the movie and stuff like that. More people to enjoy it. More people to just at least exposure. And then three, I totally just forgot it. I just totally
You know,
I had it in
I
my
gave
head
you a lot of
totally.
questions in fairness though, so
I think it was like involving dude, I totally forgot. I hate that. Ah, I totally forgot. Yeah, well, let's just go with those two for now until I start remembering it. Um, but yeah, honestly, I also want to talk about, like, I forgot to talk about this too. Tom Holland did his own stunts
yeah, that
completely,
I
I
heard.
heard,
That I heard, yeah,
and he did pretty good. He did pretty good. Like we know that he does a few of his own stunts in Spider-Man, and he said that like sometimes they're not allowing him to do his own stunts on some parts in Spider-Man, but in Uncharted, he did all of it, and he said, I think he did all of it, and he said that those are like his toughest like stunts he's done. So if y'all don't go and support this man and watch this movie, like he does pretty good. He actually sells it all pretty well.
great.
So that's all I gotta say.
Yeah, I mean, I sort of wish I had an opportunity to chime in, like in a sense of, all right, I'm gonna be blunt. I said in the very beginning, I have not watched Uncharted, so unfortunately, I can't give my own take on whether or not the movie was good or bad unless I see it for myself. Um, but much like you, Payne, I was very nervous when this adaptation was struggling to get off the ground because they went through like 6 or 7 directors before landing on Ruben Fleischer.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Uh, yeah, Tom Holland was a weird choice only because this was set before Uncharted 1. I doubt they would have gone much younger with the actor, given what we saw in Uncharted 3, like the flashbacks in Uncharted 3 with him and Sully. Um, so I'm really to keep an open mind. And I'm someone who's like overly critical most of the time. I mean, I promise you, I don't purposely go into a movie or TV show thinking it's going to be bad or wanting it to be bad just so I can hate on it. I don't like being that kind of person. Because I just want to go into a movie and enjoy it, you know. And Uncharted can be that. It's just I'm so very nervous, but at the same time, I don't think it's one of those things where if I watch the movie, it's going to ruin my perception of the games. The games, are
Right.
games, you know what I mean? Like just because it's like um, what's a good example? You mentioned like a bunch of different like mentioned how video game adaptations turn to be bad most of the time. Doom,
Mhm.
Resident Evil. I mean, I'm not like huge fans of those franchises, but like Those
Ooh,
movies exist. You know what I mean?
ooh. Actually, but nowadays though, movie adaptations of video games, uh, I got two examples. Well, that would be Uncharted, but the other example, Sonic. Sonic has been pretty successful in those like first two movies, and
Yeah.
they're coming out with a third, and people are loving it. So I mean, like, of course, Sonic's is a video game adaptation type of movie. So,
So let me ask you this then, since we're on the topic of adaptations. What is another video game you want to see in live action? And it can be movie or TV show.
mm,
Or how about I'll make it even more difficult. Name a video game that you think works best as a movie and a video game that you think works best as a TV show. Make it more
whoo,
difficult for you.
oh gosh, oh man, hold up. So, which video game should have been shown as a movie first?
You can do like you can go in any order. So basically a game you think works best as a that work best as a television adaptation and a video game you think will work best as a movie adaptation.
Okay. So, my mind is kind of stuck on video on which video game would be better as a movie first and then video game.
Yeah,
So I'm
yeah,
gonna start with
yeah.
that. Um, in all honesty, like I really have no clue. That's a tough question to ask because
Yeah.
like a lot of the video games I play are like inspired by like TV shows and animes and movies and stuff. But original story wise, I guess if it was supposed to be like a movie or TV show, I don't know which came first. I don't know which came first, but and I don't. And this is an anime. This is an anime that I. This was actually the first game I even streamed. Scarlet Nexus. This game. I feel like it came out at the same time as the anime did. They have a game and an anime. I don't know. I never watched the anime. I only played a little bit of the game or most of the game, I should say. Um, I think if the anime came out first, I would have a general sense of the whole storyline itself, and I guess I would be a little more like immersed. But I have a habit of waiting too long to to finish games because sometimes I don't want it to end. But yeah, I think Scarlet Nexus would have been that one anime which where or slash TV show, whatever you want to say, where it should have came out with the anime first and then the video game with its original story.
And then do a live action.
Yeah. Well,
Assuming you have the right people.
I don't know about live action for anime stuff. I don't know about that.
Yeah,
Anime stuff
that
should stay in its own category.
ever since the I mean I don't consider this an anime, but ever since like the last Airbender where they whitewashed every single character in that movie, I
Yeah.
have pretty much been apprehensive of animations or animes in general to be adapted because they don't hire the right people or have the original, creators on board, which is just weird.
Yeah.
So I feel you there. It's yeah, I kind of get like I kind of seize up a bit. I'm like, ugh, don't adapt animes, Hollywood. Don't do it, please.
And with and also like going back to like the on the next question actually, which movie would be best to be as a video game first? What movies have I even watched, bro? I don't even know. um,
You can do it the
I
other
would,
way. You can do a video game because I think I asked like video game turned into a movie. So that's easy.
yeah. It turned into a movie. I said TV show for Scarlet Nexus, so I kind of already answered that
Oh
one.
no, I mean that's literally that's an easier one as well. Only because
I
the anime as
I
reference.
guess movie turned. Well, I guess we already talked about it. It's the Black Panther. maybe not best as a video game first, but I think that'd be pretty cool to see. I
Yeah,
don't know. I don't know. I'm just like
we'll
throwing
do
something
a
out there. That's
game
tough.
turn into a movie. So like what is a video game you played that you want to see become a movie?
Hmm.
Like that. That's what I mean. So Scarlet Nexus still works with what you said because it's a game, and then at a later point they go and make it to a live action. But let's say there's a game you played and you'd want to see how it turns out in live action, like Uncharted, right? Because Uncharted was the game first, and then had the movie. Like, what is that one game
All
you
right.
played that you want to see it?
Something that's been in my mind, that video game turned movie. Um, it would be interesting to see, but I don't think it would have the same impact. Life is Strange. I think that'd be pretty interesting to see, but like I don't think it would be as successful if it was a movie. And also I got another game that could be turned movie though that actually could be pretty good, and that's Infamous. And I've talked about it in the past episodes. Infamous is a good
Yeah,
game. Infamous
those
if
trash games. No, no, go ahead.
Infamous 1 and 2. If you have those two games and make those into one, no, not one movie. It can't be one movie because there's too much storyline to that. Make those a movie. I feel like people will go crazy for it because like even people who don't know the game, like people will go crazy over the movie because there's so much like effects and powers and stuff. It's like your everyday like superhero movie, but like where um where the main character doesn't have to be the good guy though. That's the thing. Like maybe
Right.
like
Sort of had
or
that
maybe
moral conflict in the main character.
or maybe make it a Netflix like interactive thing because I know there's a Netflix interactive thing where you can choose. Have that be a infamous movie right there where you can choose which thing the main character has to do or something like that, like where the good side or bad side. See the ending to that, and then go back to the movie and watch it again. Get the other ending. It's like that, man. And Infamous is more of like an action game. So like it'll be pretty interesting to see what the characters are going to do with all these powers and stuff like that and all that junk. What kind of powers you're going to see? The crazy storyline that happens in the story. I think Infamous would be a pretty good game to be shown.
Yeah, I'll be honest. I've never played it Infamous.
I know
I'll be honest with you.
it's an underrated game. It really is underrated because not a lot of people know about it.
It's crazy.
I mean, it's like, I mean, for those who probably already know about it, it's a guy. It's about a man who who dropped out of college, got a job at like just selling newspapers, and he was delivering something, a package. Like I guess he fell off a bike or something like that. I forgot. I had to go back and play it again. But like he fell off a bike, then like the package had like this high tech orb, and then as soon as he pressed a button by accident or something like that, or some I don't know what happened, and then a huge explosion happened, and then now like that's what set the tone for like people getting superpowers or just dying. It's just
Oh, so is it
it's called
basically?
the race field. Rayfield,
Oh, I know. Yeah, I know the premise now. It's basically, yeah, I think it's basically X-Men
I guess.
in a
I mean
way. 'Cause I feel like the government is,
the world just turned to crap after that. People
yeah,
started becoming savages,
because
and
didn't like
then
the
like
government turn against people with powers or something like that?
I think so, yeah. I know, but there are also some people who had powers that were with the government too.
Oh, probably just like exploiting them for their own. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah, it's kind of like that. And also there's a whole lot of gangs and stuff like hey, like there's a what were they called? The Reapers? Yeah, the Reapers were a gang that like always hated people with powers. They're called conduits. Um and then there's like the military. uh, going forward into like Second Son, there's another group called the DUP, and that's actually government. And so yeah, there's a whole lot of groups. Even called there's even a group called militia. So yeah, there's a whole lot of groups that just hated people with powers or just wanted to lock them away. And then obviously the hero is wanting the people who have powers to be free, you know? Because they're still
Yeah,
humans
yeah,
at
yeah.
the end of the day. It's just their choices of how they use the power.
That's a pretty cool premise. I think I have to check it out at some point because I think because the only Infamous game I know for some reason is the one um with the girl, I think. Because isn't there a game with a girl as the main character?
Yeah, that's
That's the only
First
one
Light.
I know, but I
First
don't think that
Light.
was the first one, right? That was
No,
the
that was
second.
the last one
That was a
actually.
lot. Oh,
Yeah.
Jesus. That really shows my
Yeah, Troy
my
Baker
Infamous knowledge.
voices Troy Baker voices the main character for Second Son.
Oh, okay.
That's why I know Troy Baker because Troy Baker did so well with that character.
And then he went over to the last. Oh, okay. Well, there you go. You had to start somewhere.
No, I think no, he did Last of Us first.
Oh, and
He did
Infamous come
Last
on
of Us first.
after.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, he did Last of Us first, then he did Second Son, then he did, Last of Us 2.
hmm. Okay, that's interesting. Actually, it's interesting.
Yeah.
I think it's only fair I have to give mine now, right? Because I always come through with a difficult question. So
Yeah.
I'll put it
You
this.
answer these questions.
So and I have two easy answers for me. So a game turned into a TV show, Red Dead Redemption,
Mm.
because I am a huge fan of the Western genre, and I have yet to come across any game or movie that captures that era as well as Red Dead Redemption has, both the first and the second. Um, and I can sort of ramble on about how each of them have arguably the best stories in video game history. I will go down and saying that Red Dead Redemption is a near flawless franchise in terms of like story and character writing. Um, and then when it comes to a video game turned into a movie, I I was playing Doom Eternal a few
Mm.
weeks back, and I was thinking to myself, I really feel like they could do a Doom movie, but just have it be 2 straight hours of action. From Doom
Yeah.
Guy's entire
Yeah.
perspective. Literally. Like the entire
Yeah.
literally his entire Doom Guy's entire purpose in that series, especially definitely consistent with like the 90s games too, is literally to kill demons. Like you honestly don't need a story. Really, like your story is literally him going from place to place to kill demons, and then the only talkative people are the demons themselves. So you give them some serviceable writing, and you pair that with great action sequences, strong visuals. I think, and make sure it honors the games. I mean, that'd be dope. That'd be really cool. But everything has to be from first person though, instead of like literally that. I mean, that would probably be difficult, but that'd
That'd
be
be
pretty
very
cool.
difficult. That'd
Do
be so
everything from
difficult
first
to
person.
do.
The only movie I know that's done that is something called Hardcore Henry, where all the action sequences were done in first person, where everything was done in first person.
Yeah.
But then when it comes to like Doom Guy though, you're making like you do that from his perspective, and you're not like you can't really do everything practically, especially with
Yeah.
kinds of stuff that he does. That would be tough. That would be probably the
I
most
believe it.
difficult movie to ever make. Probably. I mean,
That'd
yeah.
be wild.
That movie wild. I mean, yeah. I mean, selfishly, I just sort of want that like that true Doom movie.
Yeah.
I know like one came out in like the early 2000s, but it didn't even feature Doom Guy at all. So yeah, that'd be my choice. That'd be my choice. But it'd be difficult to pull off though. It'd be really
Yeah.
difficult. especially to doing the whole first. Assuming they were to ever do that first person perspective, I would give them all the credit in the world if they tried to pull it off. But they just did, they filmed it regularly,
You know how people are gonna be though. You know how people are gonna be. If like they see one thing that they just don't like, they're gonna be like, "Oh, this is the worst movie ever." And if they at least they
Right
attempt,
away.
like not many movies do that.
Yeah. In fairness, though, so when it comes to me, like I I am critical when it comes to trailers. Like I'm gonna be totally honest. I'm not gonna lie and sit around and say I've never complained about something I see in a trailer. I've done that, but I think at the same time, what I'm trying to get better at is not have my perception of that trailer affect the the movie or TV show. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? But in certain cases where like the trailer comes out 3 months before a movie, they can't change any of that in 3 months. That'd be impossible. They're not gonna. There's no way they can get the cast together to reshoot a scene or somehow get all the visual effects artists to finish things in time. Like that's unfortunately not how it works. But I'm trying to be
yeah,
more open-minded about that because I can't do what they do. You know,
right,
let alone make
right,
a
yeah.
video game. I mean, I
Hey,
can't make
same
a
here,
video
man.
game, can't make a movie, I can't make a TV show, I can't voice act, I can't act. So I have a lot of respect for that craft. I'm getting better at it though. I don't say it's the worst movie of all time though. I promise you that. I'm not that kind of person.
Hmm.
But I will say though, Infamous is absolutely garbage. So no one play it. Peyton is lying to you. Um,
You
and
know what's funny? I was just like
yeah,
sitting here, like
you're like, what?
I was like,
Boy, we don't get you
just, I
stupid.
just stared off into space though. I stared off into space. I
No,
was like, yeah, I
you were
heard
ready to come up with
worst
something
game
good. You're like,
possible. I was like,
yeah, you're like, all right,
oh,
all
you're
right.
talking about Infamous?
Yeah, 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 yeah. You're sitting around there like, all right. That's all right. But as soon as you're done talking, I'm about to expose you right now, boy. He's like, Red
I'm
Dead
about to
Redemption,
get you,
trash.
boy.
Yeah.
You know.
Red Dead Redemption, trash. The movie
Pink.
version, trash. Oh man. Yeah, but I think that's just about all we have for this segment. So excuse me. We're gonna go ahead. Yeah, literally.
Doodle method.
Literally, sound like Doodle Bob. Um, so we're gonna go ahead and take a quick break, and we will be back for our second segment.
Two.
Numero two.
Two.
Hey, what's going on, guys? It's your boy Dwayne from Past the Ox and Life's a Botch podcast. I'm coming to you with a real dope advertisement if you got a moment. Can we do that? Peep this. Yo, you tired of that uncomfortable feeling with your undergarments? You know what I'm talking about. Like, literally having to adjust so it gets real comfortable in between the real safe space. Or maybe just wedgies from just going underneath, you know what I mean? All that. Let's keep it in 100. Y'all know how I'm feeling. Y'all know how that feeling goes. Well, I want to introduce to you the ultimate solution coming from the #1 premium and fit athletic wear just for you. I'm talking about none other than Champ #1 Boxers. Champ #1 Boxers is a black-owned underwear brand, okay? They literally specify in giving you the most top-notch, high-quality, premium, adjustable and fittable and totally comfortable undergarment wear that is just for you. Not only is it something that you can wear, feel good in, feel confident in, and love, but it's also high quality, feels good, and most importantly, it is definitely fashionable, okay? Comes in a different, wide variety of so many different styles and themes to these undergarments. Something to make you look good, feel good, and swag real good in the process, all right? So, again, did I get to mention that this is also a black-owned brand? It's a black-owned brand, y'all, so if nothing else, definitely go support that 100%. So, what I want to do is I want to tell you, head on over to OTS Media Co. on all social platforms, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube. If you go over, you click the link in the bios, it'll take you straight to the Champ #1 Boxers website. You can check out all their styles, you can check out their bundle deals, you can check out why this brand exists, what it's all about, and trust me when I say you do not want to miss out on the types of opportunities going on right now on the site. Champ #1 Boxers. Make sure you do it for the champ in your life if you ain't already doing it for yourself, champ. All right? Champ #1 Boxers. Make sure you go cop those. All right? All right.
We're back.
We're back.
We're back.
Title changer segment. And you know what? I'm not even gonna do.
So while we were in break, right?
We're not gonna. No, no, no,
While
no,
we
no,
were
no,
in
no, no.
break, right?
I'm gonna do the talking real quick because you're over here
You get to
talking some
talk.
mess about
You
Mario
get
real
to
quick.
talk.
No, 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 no. You
You've
don't
been
get to
talking
talk.
too
You
much.
do not get to
It's
talk.
my
You do
turn.
not get to talk, especially with your opinion, with your dumb opinion. All right. So right now for
All
this,
right, shut
for
your
this entire
don't
segment,
think about
we're
leave
gonna
me
be talking
alone.
about Mario
Let me
versus
talk.
Sonic, right?
Mario versus
Mario
Sonic,
and
y'all.
Sonic are obviously very popular franchises with a number of video games that release in those franchises respectively. All of us can agree that they have impacted our lives in some capacity. What I cannot sit around and talk about is something that we talked about before recording the first segment, and right as we took our break, right as we took our break.
Pause. Pause.
Wait, no, I had a bunch of saliva build up. So I had a bunch of saliva build up. So
Pause. My turn to talk now.
Okay.
Got
No,
you.
not my turn to talk. Sonic is utter garbage. There is nothing remotely compelling about its gameplay. Mario is superior in every single fashion. Peyton, you are allowed to speak. And then we will obviously go into our opinions as to why. Go right ahead.
Let's go with a better opinion. All right, Sonic is superior, sir. Sonic is superior. And we're gonna go through this like organized. We're gonna like organized, civilized men. Sonic is better, sucker. No. We actually are gonna do this though. So let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Like, so first, what do you want to talk about first? Like on this debate, because I want to go through all these aspects of the franchises.
So let's talk. All right, here's the one aspect I won't bring up, and that's sales of a video game. Because as you know, sales are not indicative of the quality of the game.
True.
We both agree with that. So I'm not gonna bring up at some point, oh, Mario Galaxy had like made $100 million, whereas X Sonic game made only 20 million. That's irrelevant, because at the end of the day, these are our opinions we're sharing. You know what I mean?
True.
So, I mean, you could argue, does that play more into who's like popular?
I feel like,
but it's sort of hard to measure that, because some Mario games aren't just as successful as some Sonic games, in the same way some Sonic games aren't as successful as Mario games. Because you also have to consider what the market was at the time, right? Like, did the Call of Duty game come out? Did some other like a franchise jumpstart that year? And those sales were dominant over Mario or Sonic at that time. So there's a lot of factors that go into it. And I think for our sake, given how we're about to get very intense in just a few short minutes, we're not even gonna bother bringing that up. So, or
I
you can
will
bring it
say
up
though, what matters when it comes to sales is when it came out, too. When like the first merchandise ever came out, the stuff ever came out. So like like the first Mario game at its time, like it was on top. So, and then Sonic came later. So
True.
There is that.
Very true. So,
all right. So let's talk about.
So you go right ahead. Go right ahead.
So the first thing we can talk about. All right. I wanna talk about gameplay. That's what it matters. That's what makes these games so popular. The gameplay. So let's talk about it. Yeah, you want to talk about this? Matt, is that okay with you? Because I could talk about how a plumber just goes through pipes. I can talk so much about how he just hits his head on bricks.
Yeah, take your 2D.
I can talk so much. I can talk so much about how he grabs all these dang coins and never uses it as currency.
Oh. Whoa. Hold on.
No, he does.
You're over here trashing. Wait. You're over here trashing Mario for going inside pipes. Pause. Right. Okay. You're talking about him jumping on top of Goomba's heads, collecting coins, etc.
Oh,
what is Sonic doing?
Sonic is moving fast.
Every single Sonic game, minus the sports. We're gonna exclude the sports ones. We're gonna talk about ones that like.
We don't talk about the sports
on the
ones.
powers. Because there's obviously like a Sonic and Mario like Olympic game that came out. Like that's.
Oh yeah, we don't talk about the Olympic game stuff with that.
So when it comes to like traditional Sonic games, right? His entire freaking gameplay loop is there. I hate Sonic. I want to let you know right now. I don't hate him as a character. I hate his gameplay. There's nothing remotely good about his gameplay whatsoever. There's no reason why someone, respectfully, if you disagree, you disagree. I'm not like me and Peyton.
Yeah, we get it.
Now. So there's gonna be a lot of satirical stuff that happens. So don't take it personally. Like it's just me like speaking out loud.
Okay.
I respect your opinions. Just want to preface that. So back to what I was saying. If you genuinely think that going across the map like this, doom, 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 like that, the entire time in a straight line without being able to go back and forth without dying, you go right ahead. Let's talk about the underwater levels, for instance, right? Because I had to go ahead and subject myself to those underwater levels in the original Sonic games. Those were frustrating as hell. Okay, I hate the fact that he was going around freaking and then drowned every single time. I couldn't progress through any of those kinds of levels. Okay, that's just frustrating. That's frustrating, Peyton. Okay, I'm sorry. I can't have this. You can't go around and say that Sonic has better gameplay. There's no way. There's no way. You go ahead.
Is it that it frustrates you? Does that frustrate you a lot? Because let me just say this, sir. Sonic doesn't like water. That's just a character thing. He can't swim. He can't. I get it. You don't like it. But that means you just gotta get out the freaking, you just gotta get out that water. There's bubbles. There's bubbles. So isn't the game's fault that you get frustrated about the water levels? Or is it that you actually gotta get through the level? Sir, let me talk to you. Because there's nothing more frustrating than going through a Mario level and then here comes Squidward coming at you, Mach speed, and then kills you in one hit. When I can just simply get rings and still find a way to survive, and then get bubbles and still find a way to survive, while there's a squid coming at me, touches me and I'm dead.
All right, that was an unfair criticism to bring up. I'll give you that. Right, both games have their troubles, level design wise. But here's all right. Let's talk about. Let me get more specific.
Also, no,
all
we're
right.
still on gameplay though. By the way,
Yeah, we're still on gameplay. So here's my thing, right? Marvel, Jesus. Mario has evolved. Yeah, I don't know why I said Marvel. Mario has evolved from a traditional 2D platform into something more open-ended, right? Look at Super Mario Sunshine.
Both games, both franchises.
Yeah, no, we're not doing that.
Yeah,
Super
we are.
Mario Sunshine. Both Super Mario Galaxy games, Super Mario Odyssey. What makes those games so compelling is your ability to basically navigate around those different areas the way you see fit, right? And you have a bunch of different controller combos that you can use to scale up certain buildings, to retrieve stars, etc. Right? And you look at Super Mario Odyssey, which is basically the best Mario game of all time, right? Every single level, right? Even though it is a grind to collect every single moonshine, etc., right? You're able to like navigate these environments in such great ways, right? Like more often than not, the way one person retrieve a moon sign is not the same way someone else is going to retrieve a moon sign. You actually have an opportunity to master your abilities. I know it's kind of like weird to say, but like sincerely, you actually do improve the way in which you play with Mario, right? Traditional Sonic games don't have that. Most of Sonic's games. I'm not saying the original Mario games weren't like that. I'll sort of explain why I think Mario is better in that front. Like there have not been a lot of like Sonic games, right? Or there's been no Sonic game that's been open world, open ended, so to speak. Quote me on that. I could be wrong about that.
Actually, you're about to be wrong. You're about to be wrong by that because the new Sonic Frontiers is about to be open world.
I exclude that. I'm talking about it took them 20 years to go ahead and find an open.
Actually, no. Actually, no. Sonic, what's it? Sonic Boom, Shattered Crystal. That was a more open world. Yeah, that was open world. That was for Wii U, but a lot of people didn't like that game though. For some reason.
Right.
Like Mario does games that they like.
Right. What else came out on that Wii U though? Super Mario Bros. Right? And people like that game.
Okay. Okay. But let me just say
But
that
yeah,
Sonic
you
games,
know what I'm getting at
yeah,
though. It's kind of hard to
we
but
get how Mario can be like a nice little strategic game. You know, it can be like, you know, you can have different ways of just collecting a moonshine or whatever. You know, I get that. I get that. But does it help you with reaction time? Does it help you with like fast reaction time? Listen, man, I played my share of Mario games, bro, and I have always just I wasn't in invested, immersed. You know what I mean? Immersed because it's been moving too slow for me. It's moving too slow, man. You just run, and I get it. You just run, hit the block, run, hit the block, go over here, go over left, right, up, down, you know, and go through a pipe. I get it. It's not for everybody. It's not obviously not for me, but
yeah.
but it's too slow for me. Well, imagine playing like
So all
something
right.
like imagine playing like Sonic Adventure Battle 2, where you're skating down the streets of a city, going mad quick, and you have to no get yourself over here, boy. Get yourself over here, boy. I'm
My fault, my
talking to
fault, my fault.
you.
I wasn't
I'm
escaping.
talking to
I was
you.
not escaping. I was not escaping. I was grabbing a quick tissue, checking out my dog because my poor dog over here is awake, hearing this bull crap at 10 a.m. or 11 a.m. in the morning. Look
She's
at her
going
right
to
now.
hear it. She's
Look
going
at
to
her
hear
right
every
now.
bit of it.
Look at her. She's looking at
Bella,
me. She's looking at
you're
you.
going to hear every bit of this. You're going to hear every bit of this, and you're going to side with me. Imagine you going down a city on a skateboard, going mad quick down the hill, and then you
Oh,
just be
okay.
pulling off these
Yeah,
parkour
that
tricks.
was pretty, I think I know what Sonic game you're talking
Parkour
about. That was
tricks.
pretty dope. That was
You
pretty
go
dope.
off these
I remember that. I
you go
remember
off these ramps, you do a whole 360 upside down, and then you're back on there landing on your feet. That's Sonic games for you. That's Sonic games. We got way more parkour, fast reaction times to many different things that be happening in Sonic games. Now I get it. Mario's good with it. Mario's good with all them strategic stuff. But what's gonna happen when you're playing a game where you require fast reaction time? You need to move fast. Sonic's got you.
that. I would argue that Mario has that too. I mean, not to the degree you're suggesting.
I feel like Sonic has it more though, because like you know,
Well, yeah, okay. So that's fair. That's fair. Because I will say that like Mario is, I mean, that's one of the few cases where you can argue, like objectively speaking, Mario is a slower game than Sonic.
yes,
100%, right? Like those games had very different styles in terms of pacing, but for me, like I like the methodical nature. At least when it comes to the more open-ended Mario games, I love that methodical nature to
yeah, that's why I say it's like
like
not
face
for
the off against
everybody.
bosses. But it's not for everybody. Like
Yeah,
Super Mario Sunshine isn't for me. I'll be honest. I mean, I really like I what and because I pretty. Well, do you want to move on to like a different like factor or not factor, but
the
like
next thing I was gonna say is storyline and characters.
so let's well let's talk about environments.
Okay, environments. Okay,
Environments. So I want to shift over into environments because I think that's where I feel Mario dominates Sonic
really.
environments. The reason being is because I know that like you know Nintendo has a lot of limitations on their consoles and handheld devices. It's fairly obvious, but what those developers are able to accomplish despite those limitations is astonishing to me, right? You won't find another Super Mario Sunshine. You won't find a Super Mario Galaxy. You won't find a Super Mario Odyssey, a Paper Mario, etc. Because they go above and beyond to make sure that they're creating, as many detailed environments as possible. Despite more often than not, their consoles not being able to handle a ton, right? And the game that I always like cite as one of my favorites is I know I said Odyssey is there, but definitely Super Mario Galaxy. I mean, you sort of look at the variety of different planets and sort of how that sort of changes your gameplay because there's a lot of like zero gravity sections. You face off against a variety of different enemies based on the planets you go to, and you revisit them over time. There are instances where you do have to have those like fast reflexes because there's something called like I think there's like these red meteors or whatever that come at certain points in the game so you collect more stars or whatever to progress through the game. And you have to complete a mission in like 5 minutes, basically. And you have to like, like hurry up. Like you have to avoid certain confrontations. And instances like that, you do have a Sonic type pacing. It's not as frequent, obviously, but there are like certain elements where, especially in Mario games, where like certain sections are timed, you absolutely need to hurry it up. Otherwise, you're going to fail and then you have to start from the beginning. And maybe Sonic isn't as punishing in that regard. I could be wrong about that. I'm not sure like
No,
how the game
Sonic, you know,
is, but
you're not timed unless it's like a timed mission. Like it's not.
yeah. So
Yeah.
both franchises have those time missions, but I feel like Mario does it in a way where like I'm sure Sonic does it too, right? For me, I'm trying to find a way to explain it. It's like they do it at times where you have an understanding of what the controls are, that you can feel like you have more confidence in being able to do those kinds of missions. And even not like the game doesn't penalize you. You can do it. I'm sure you can do it at nearly any point. Maybe there might be a section where like you're 1 star off from like opening like a certain area of the hub world to give you access to different planets or whatever. So there might be instances of that. I don't like have a fond memory of that, to be honest with you. But yeah. Anyways, I'm sorry. I'm talking a bunch. You go right ahead and
Hey,
talk about, like what you feel. Like, do you think Sonic excels in environments compared to
honestly, I'm gonna
Mario?
say this. I'm gonna say this. I give it to Mario. I give that one to Mario because honestly, like, yeah, you're not gonna find another Odyssey. You're not gonna find another like Galaxy. I mean, you can say the same for Sonic 2 because like you're not gonna get another Sonic Colors unless it's like a remastered version. You're
Say
not
that
gonna
again.
get,
It's-
huh?
what did you say before? I
Oh
just
no,
want
I'd give it to Mario. I give it to Mario in that one.
say it louder. No, I'm joking. I'm joking. I'm joking. Go ahead. Go
I
ahead.
give it to Mario. But I mean, but I give it like this though. You know, they're close because when we talk about like stages and levels and stuff like that, like you also talk about environment. Stages and levels are in that category, and I feel like Mario is always in that first world, that same first world. I mean, Sonic is too, but they name it differently. But like, I mean, Mario's always in that first world, collecting bricks, you know, in the grass, running around. And then like you got Sonic, who's, and I'll even admit, Mario Galaxy's in space. Sonic's been in space multiple times, and that I guess makes it the rarity of Mario Galaxy because he's not in space that many times. But like, but Sonic is just all over the place. Whether he's in like a volcano, like literally a destroyed city full of water, maybe full of lava or something, space, like with space full of high tech. Like you'll see Sonic anywhere in throughout the entire universe, and you'll see him in different planets, like Sonic Colors. You'll see him different planets. It's just like I feel like Sonic has the more edgier environments rather than Mario being more no less edgier, but still pretty fun to be around. So, but again, that's my opinion would be Sonic, but of course, it's just me being a fan. I'll give it to Mario on the environment because the rarity of it makes it more valuable. I'll give it to that one. I'll give you that one. But the next thing we're going to talk about, which I know Sonic is going to dominate at, is the storyline and characters. Storyline and characters. Yeah, let's talk about it. Yeah, I see your face. Storyline and characters. You got something to say about it? Because I can say so much. I can say so much.
Wait, so you firmly believe
Sonic
that
really is better
Sonic
with
has
storyline and characters.
better characters than Mario?
Yes. Yes.
All right.
Yes. Yes.
Oh, you don't know. Okay. Yeah.
Because when it comes my turn, you better say everything you want to say. Because when it comes my turn, I'm going to talk about your characters first, and I'm talking about mine.
Well, that's the thing though, because
and
I feel
then
like
and then storylines
all
is
the
next
story,
after that
every
too.
single Sonic storyline literally like involves Eggman, Eggman's obsessiveness with Sonic, and then every Mario game it just involves Peach getting kidnapped. So I don't know if like we really talk about what's the like are we talking about like what's the better like
Well,
what
if we're
you know what I mean? Like,
are we
I
on the
don't know
topic
if
of
we can do
storylines or
storyline.
are we talking on the topic of storylines or characters?
I guess I'm more like asking. This is sort of like a rhetorical question, like about storylines, because I feel like every single Sonic game literally involves Eggman wanting to kill Sonic, and then every single storyline involving Bowser literally involves him kidnapping Peach.
Well, let me say
Yeah,
this.
Mario. You
Well,
know what
let
I
me
mean?
say
Like
this.
I don't know. Like
Well,
at
let
the
me
end of
say
the day, those
this.
are like
I can cut through those words. I can cut
right.
through
I
those
mean,
words.
like you have a right to correct me, but like that's really what both games devolve to. So I don't know, like what like
Well,
I feel like that's more like
all right.
you
We're
know what
on
I
the
mean? Like, I
topic
don't
of
know, like both of
storyline.
them are on similar playing fields. It's just like involves a villain obsessed with hurting, mentally or physically hurting the main character. You know what I mean? Like I don't know, like I don't think the storylines aren't really like compelling. I feel like it'd be
I
talk
say
about like
this.
better characters. You know what I mean? But you go ahead.
I say this. Well, let's start. Let's start with storylines, and I'm gonna go off right now. So yes, I played my share of Mario games. Yes, the story is literally the exact thing. Same character kidnaps Peach, Bowser, into a ship, flies off to the eighth world, keeps her there in that castle, and your job is to go save her every single game. The only thing that I feel like is a little bit different, I haven't played it, Mario Galaxy. I feel like that might be a little different, right?
No, it's
It
literally
is. It's the
that's what
same
I'm saying.
because I know
Every single
Rosalina's
game.
in it. I know
That's what I'm
Rosalina's
saying.
in it.
Like, because when it comes to, I mean, you have more experience with Sonic. Like, my understanding of Sonic is literally like Eggman, like faces off against you in the third world, but he doesn't capture anybody. And if he's captured anybody, like that's if he's captured anybody, he's probably a bit different. But like from the original Sonic games that I know, is literally like Sonic finds him, they face off, Eggman gets defeated, and then like move on. And then when it comes
You
to
know
like
what's
Mario
funny?
games, like every single Mario game, like including Paper Mario, Galaxy games, Odyssey, like Peach is getting kidnapped
Yeah.
every single time.
There's never
You know what I
a
mean?
different. There's never a different motive for Mario games.
Yeah, and
But
hey,
for
but
Sonic though,
oh,
now
okay,
here we go. This is where I go. This is
all
where I
right,
come in.
yeah,
All
yeah.
right. So yes, the main thing is Sonic versus Eggman. We get that. That's the main thing. But there are games where there has been an enemy, ultimate enemy. Like for
Like
instance,
Shadow,
yeah, actually, well, no, he was the rival in one game. He was the rival.
yeah,
He wasn't really like the main villain then in that one. But games like Sonic the Hedgehog '06, where the main villain wasn't Eggman, it was Mephiles, some type of like I guess villain from the future. It was like I haven't completely finished that game, but like that game had like a good villain in that one. I think his name. No, his name wasn't Mephiles. Was it Mephiles or Iblis? I don't know. Iblis or Mephiles. I don't know. Something like that. And then you got Sonic Lost Worlds, where the main villains wasn't Eggman. It was the six. I don't know, six monsters and the six lost worlds. It was like that. Sonic and the Lost Rings. It was I forgot that guy's name too. These are like older games,
yeah,
except for
yeah, yeah.
and then just recently Sonic Forces. The main villain wasn't Eggman. He was up there, but he wasn't the main villain. He was, well, he shared the main villain status, I guess, with Infinite. Infinite.
Oh,
This dude Infinite with all these different illusions and stuff made him so sick, dude.
so Mario does have other villains. So Dementio, I'll include Bowser again. You also have King Koopa, uh, Fawful, Bowser Jr., Count Bleck, King Boo, Cackletta,
And I will argue
and
this
Tasma.
part. And I'll argue this point. When have those when have those enemies been the main villain?
Let me triple check with you.
Because I honestly really don't know. Because
Yeah,
I do know they're villains. It's just I don't know if they've ever been the main villain.
because I know Super Mario and Luigi Dream Team. I'm just trying to remember. I don't know. I don't feel like a Tasma was the main villain. So Cackletta was the main villain in Superstar Saga.
Hmm.
Mario and Luigi Superstar Saga. King Boo was actually I mean it depends on if you consider like the Luigi Mansion games main Mario games. If
Oh
you
yeah.
do,
I mean,
King Boo is technically a main
yeah,
villain.
I guess the same universe.
Um, sorry, I just want to make sure I don't say anything incorrect here. Count Bleck was the main antagonist of the Super Mario game. I think the one of the original ones. Bowser Jr. I don't know if he was. I want to say I mean he was like a side villain. I don't think he was ever like a main villain. And then Fawful was just like a villain in Superstar Saga, so he wasn't the main antagonist. Bowser is pretty much almost always the main antagonist. And then Dementio was a main antagonist in Super Paper Mario. So you sort of like the kind of villains fluctuates. So not a lot of them are like are the main antagonists or whatever. But yeah, it's debatable though. I mean, like I
I
really
forgot
wish to
about
know like how.
Metal Sonic, Chaos,
Yeah, let's go with it.
E123, Omega, Scorch, the Hedgehog. I don't even know who Scorch is.
Yeah, I think
So yeah,
Sonic.
they all have like variations.
Yeah, I think Sonic might. I'll give you that.
And
I think
also storyline,
so.
Let me talk about it because
Yeah. You go ahead.
Sonic does have a storyline. Sonic does have storylines.
Well, they
He
just
does have with like, Shadow. Shadow had like I guess a tearjerker to everybody. Because Shadow had a good backstory. Um and then like there's also 06. Like every single Sonic game had its own different story though. I will say that. It had its own different story.
well had the
Like,
same formula.
huh?
Had the same formula though.
Same Krabby Patty
Krabby
secret
Patty,
formula.
yeah, Krabby Patty secret formula. But I won't hold it. Yeah,
Give me that point.
I don't know
Give
though.
me that
I mean,
point.
I
Give me
feel
that
like
point.
what was that?
Give me that point. Give me that point. Sonic wins on the storyline.
When it comes to story,
Give it to me.
wait, are we doing? I'll get. Are we doing storyline and
Video game
character
storyline.
separate?
Yeah.
All right, I'll give you storyline. I'll give you storyline. I'll give you. No, I'll give you characters too. I'll give you characters too, because as
You're
much as
gonna
I
have to go
dog
through
on
it.
like the actual gameplay for Sonic, I won't sit around and act like I don't like any of them. Because Tails is a great character. Shadow is one of my favorites. Especially when I was like at that point when I was like a 10-year-old where I was like really into like edgy dark stuff for some reason, and Shadow was literally like,
Yeah.
probably you know what I mean. Like I was like getting into like intense rock music or whatever. I think there's like
Oh, that was the next thing too. Music.
was it music? Yeah, I was just thinking that I was deep into like when this is when I was younger though. Like I was into like deep rock music, and I want to say there was like a Shadow game that came out, or like Shadow's like
Yes,
theme
Shadow the
was like
Hedgehog.
very Yeah, it wasn't like Shadow like it had like a rock theme or something like
Yeah,
that.
they all
Yeah,
there's
really intense
yeah,
theme. Yeah,
he had a tough he had a intense rock
yeah,
theme.
yeah, yeah. That's why. Yeah, so that's why I sort of had like a fond memory of that because I was in that weird phase where I was just like, I'm tired of listening to like, you know, well, I don't really don't know what I was listening to, but I don't know. Anyways, that's the whole separate topic. But let's go on. Let's go on to music.
Okay. I already say it. You already know what I'm thinking. Sonic wins on this one to me.
All right, let's.
All right, but we don't want to get copyright strikes, right? We won't get it.
I just have to look. Dang it. Well, that's a toughie. And I'm not saying that just to like get out of not having you get the point. Is because I honestly don't remember. So okay. So let
You
me
don't remember what?
so
Wait,
no
what
no
didn't
no
you
let
remember?
me preface by saying I tend to do this thing where I say like I don't know if I said it and you can correct me if I did. Did I
Mhm.
say I never played a Sonic game? I didn't say that, right?
No, you said you played Sonic games. It's just like
Okay.
you would
Okay.
play. I think you played more Mario games though.
Okay, good. So I just want to I didn't know if I said like I didn't play Mario games, which is
I don't even think you said that. I kind of just said that because like I figured you played Sonic games since
yeah,
like
yeah, yeah,
you
but
kind
like
of
not
understand
as
the premise.
actively as Mario. Yeah, yeah. So I don't, to be totally honest with you, I don't remember much music from Sonic, and
Mm.
I don't remember a lot of music from Mario. And the problem is, I play that music now, but YouTube tends to have this thing called copyright, and
Oh, we hate that.
I do not know if we
Boo.
can get away with that. So
We're not. Yeah, we can't.
I'll give you the benefit of the doubt. I started off a bit, a bit intense. I'll give Sonic the music. I'll give Sonic the music because like I said, I have a feeling Sonic has better music. To be totally honest with you, I just don't remember many. Maybe honestly, like if any that's a reflection of Mario. If you don't really have much memorable music, I'm sure it does, but
It does actually.
it's
It
been
does.
years though. You know what I mean? Like I can't remember a single track. I just
Da
have
da
Pokemon
da da
everywhere.
da da da
Well, exception to that, you know what I mean? Like
da da
that's
da da da
iconic.
da 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 da
Sonic
da
obviously
da.
has an iconic one, you know.
Da, 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 da. Like I'll even admit, Mario does have some bangers, but
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm
Sonic,
sure,
but like, but again, Sonic just has all those songs where you would want to go fast through. Like, I mean, like I would say a whole bunch, but I'll just say one song that's definitely gonna be like a make or break for the next movie. The song is called "Live and Learn" from Crush 40. That was the song for Sonic Adventure 2, where with Shadow, the whole storyline with Shadow.
oh, do they freaking use the Sonic use like actual lyricist?
Wait, what?
Lyricist. So I think that's the word. Like basically have some. I think a lyricist is someone who just like produces lyrics. I think I could be wrong. Hold on.
I don't think he used any like lyricists. I don't think he did.
I
In like
I,
the
I could.
movies, you mean?
I'm
In the
not a
movies, you
huge. I'm
mean?
not a music fan. A person who writes the words to. Okay, yeah. So basically, yeah, that's all I was right. So basically, a person who like, do they have people write words for songs, or is it just straight like composing in Sonic?
I don't know.
Like, do they have anyone singing songs, or is it just like da or whatever? Like, it's just
I
you know.
mean, I know the song was like from a guy named Crush 40. I mean, it was sung by him, and
So the
he does a lot. He does a lot of the songs for Sonic, actually.
so there's actual singing in Sonic games.
Yeah, there's actual lyrics and stuff.
All right, yeah, get the point to Sonic then. That's I literally don't remember the last time. I'll be totally honest with you. I do not remember the last
Well,
time
Odyssey has a good
Mario had.
song. You
So
need to
Mario
go
has
back
one
to
song.
the air.
That's the one song though. I don't think that like, but you said there are like songs implying that
Oh yeah, live and learn.
like
Open your heart.
yeah, that's what I'm
Yeah,
saying. God freaking dang it, man. Guys. Man, you're
yeah.
freaking winning right now. Because I think it's what? Isn't it 3-1? Because I gave you characters, I gave you story, I gave you music, and then what in the
Did you
beginning,
get gameplay or was it me? I think it was you,
I think it was
right?
me with the gameplay. So it's 3-2. It's 3-2. So
Hey, I mean, like you gotta understand, like Sonic has just the. I think that's why I like Sonic so much. I guess it has because
Yeah.
of like the story and all that stuff, and all the characters and all that. The music,
Is there like another element of the games? I feel like there's one more.
visuals. I mean, I feel like visuals is tough though because I mean we're constantly evolving in visuals.
Yeah, I mean, mm, that's kind of tough.
Yeah, I won't count that then.
Yeah, I feel like that goes more in line with environments too.
Oh yeah, that's true.
So I feel like it'd be a
And
bit
I gave you
unfair
that
to
one.
like,
I gave you environment.
yeah. So I don't want to be unfair.
Um,
I feel like there's one more we could talk about. So either this
I
would be
know there
a tie
is. I'm
or
sure there is. I'm sure there is.
uh,
I mean, we could say franchise, but I feel like Mario takes that one because of
oh
his
wait,
experience in.
well maybe this is a bit unfair, but I'm curious what your thoughts are. The final element could be who's the better developer, Nintendo or Sega.
That's kind of tough
I don't know if that's, but I don't know if that that's too general
because
though.
Sonic aligns himself with Sega, but he's also like in Nintendo as well because he's just kind of like
But
he's in those
Sega does
Nintendo.
own the rights though. I think it's just like a collaborating effort. But I think that might be a bit too difficult
Because
because
like
it's
Mario's the
too general.
forefront of Nintendo.
Yeah, exactly. And same for Sega. And it's kind of difficult because they make games other than Mario and Sonic, you know,
Yeah.
and to say like, oh, Nintendo is better is like, okay, but like, what does that have to do with Sonic? Just because, you think Mario's better doesn't mean that they're an all around better
I
company.
mean, the debate would be easy, and you can definitely say Nintendo.
Yeah, and that'd be unfair because like we have to take into account like every single one of their games, and then look what Sega's done, and
Yeah,
that's
Sega
comparing apples to
hasn't.
oranges. I mean, I'm not saying Sega isn't bad by any means, but I mean,
I
Nintendo's
mean,
Nintendo. I mean, did you freaking win this debate? Did you?
I don't know. I'm trying to think of other things though.
God dang it! Yeah, that's all right.
Hey,
It was a friendly debate. I can't think of. I don't think there is anything else because I feel like I mean maybe someone will remind us in like the comment
I
section.
mean, you guys could see you. I mean, you could take party games, of course, Mario Party. Being way more successful than Sonic Party
Yeah,
games.
yeah, but that
Because like, the only party game that has been within like Sonic is Sonic and the Seven, the Lost Rings and stuff like that. The Seven Rings, and that game. I mean, the party games in that game was like, nah, and that's why they never did it again.
right. Let me see.
And while Mario is continuously coming out with like Mario Party.
Let's see. Oh,
Hmm.
I got something now. I just had to look it up. Replayability.
Replayability. Ooh. I think Mario takes that one. I think Mario takes that one. I'll be honest with that. Honestly, Mario takes that one because like once you finish a Sonic game, all that's left is just like getting the best time out of like all the stages. I feel like the only like Sonic is not a game where you replay a lot. You would want to just like replay a whole bunch of times,
Yeah,
unless it's unless it's like the older games like Sonic Adventure 1 and 2 where you had different character variations to use. Like you could use Knuckles, Tails for different stages. But other than that, like the newer games and the modern games now has just only been
yeah,
Sonic. But Mario, like I feel like even though you're just using Mario and Luigi, like it still has value because like you can try to go back and get the coins and stuff like that.
sure.
I feel like Mario takes that one.
Yeah, that and Mario does have like different RPGs, like what was it Dream Team, Superstar Saga, Paper Mario, etc. Right? And
Hmm.
so you're able when you replay the game again, you can approach different bosses or discover secrets you otherwise didn't your first time around, to help you throughout the game. So I feel
Ooh,
like Mario, you know what I mean? So
I give up on that one pretty easily because like it makes sense. Like Mario has a lot more replay value.
let me see here.
But I got something. Boss battles.
Boss battles.
Boss battles.
I feel, oh man. Um,
I don't know about Mario. That's why I said boss battles. If that unless that relates to like characters.
no, I feel like because who do we give gameplay to? We give it to Mario.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mm, yeah, we can end up with that because I feel like that's separate enough. Because I feel like when it came to gameplay, we were just talking more on like basic controls
Yeah.
and how levels were designed. I think I joked in the beginning. I sort of trashed Sonic for having bad level design, which is that was a bit much. I'll admit, but we were getting a bit intense in the beginning, so I I'll excuse myself for that one. But when it comes to boss battles, I think there's two important things, and
Mhm.
that's well, three important things: the look of the boss, right?
Mhm.
Uh, how you defeat the boss, obviously, and then at
The
what point in the
difficulty.
game is the boss battle, right?
Wait.
Because you don't at what point in the game the boss battle is because you don't want a boss battle every single time. You sort of want them spaced out because those are meant to be the most memorable parts of the game, right? Because let's
Yeah.
say you played 3 or 4 missions, you face off against one of the toughest fights in the game. Like those are meant to be challenging for a reason. And so if we're
I also feel difficulty is in there.
difficult exactly, and you know I don't remember Sonic enough to say if their boss battles were challenging, but I can confidently say that the boss battles in super in like in the Mario games are are generally speaking not too tough. Now, if we're going like the Paper Mario route or the Dream Team route or Superstar Saga route, if you're not leveled up all the way and you don't have the right weapons or you mistime your attacks, those battles are brutal. I mean, I played like my first Mario game when I was like 13 or 14, and I didn't even get past like the second or third boss in the game, right? And in fairness, I was young at the time, so I wasn't really like strategizing. I was just saying, I want to go through and just start hitting everybody and then expect to make my way through the game, which isn't how it
Yeah.
works. You know what I mean? Um, so I don't know. I'm like, what are your experiences with the bosses though? I might suggest.
Um, I mean, we're on the topic of difficulty. Honestly, it's the same way. Like with Sonic, with the like average. So like basically you said how the boss battles in Mario aren't too difficult. Same thing with Sonic. I mean, it's really not that difficult. You immediately understand like what you need to do. Um I think a boss battle that would be difficult though. I don't think so. I think when it comes to like difficulty, Mario takes that like side of it. It's not gonna be a point, it's just like adding up to it. But like yeah, I think Mario takes that difficulty on the Mario on the boss battles because Sonic really doesn't have any like truly difficult boss battles.
Yeah, well, let's take something else to account too, right? And that's how you beat the bosses themselves. And I like, do you think Sonic has more like variety in terms of how you can take one out, or is it like how most games are, where like there's a certain weakness and you hit that 3 times, then the battle's over? Like I'm not really sure like if Sonic evolved from that
I
into,
think it goes like
what I mean?
this. Like for Sonic games, it's really like that, like where you just hit a certain weakness and like their health obviously depletes.
Yeah,
But I would think it's also the fact that like at certain points of a Sonic game, especially around the end, where like the bosses like movements are a little accelerated. In some games, it's like that, but most of the time, it's like just hit a certain point, and then it's like, okay. That's why I'm saying it's not so difficult.
Yeah. I mean, same. It's definitely the same for like Super Mario Galaxy, Sunshine, Odyssey. Definitely a lot of the like older Mario Bros. Games. I mean, literally, it's always 3 times, then you're done. Uh,
Oh, it's like that 3.
mhm.
Oh,
Three is a magic number.
For Sonic there's a health bar.
Is there? Yeah. So it's just, 3 is the magic number, and then you know you beat the boss. So that's a tough one. I mean, like I said, it's kind of hard to remember years worth of games
Right.
and like
You really gotta look at.
even for how long we've been recording, like, it's hard to remember it. But I don't know. I mean, maybe for now, we can give it a draw or just exclude that element. It's up to you, but I don't want to. You know what I mean?
I mean, I can say the looks of the boss battles are pretty good for
Right,
Sonic
right.
games,
Yeah, because
but I'm
especially
not
like
gonna.
oh
But
yeah,
I'm not gonna count it because, like, honestly, boss battles are boss battles. No matter how it looks, it's still the same thing.
yeah, for sure, for sure. Well, I mean, that's pretty much
We
it
can
though.
end
So
that off as a draw.
yeah, I want it off as a draw. However, I had to admit it. You did win.
No, that's a draw. That was a draw,
Was
man.
it? No, because it,
Yeah.
it was three. It was 3-2-1.
No, because you came up with what was it? Replay value. That's actually important in a game. All right. That's
Oh, sure.
actually
Actually, we did
important.
draw then. Oh, okay.
Yeah, we did actually
So
draw.
literally, so 3-3-1. Well, this is oddly unsatisfying. I kind of expected us to like go into
No,
like,
that's satisfying to me
oh
because
yeah.
honestly, like
Well,
Mario games are
jokingly,
good.
yeah, jokingly, I say it's unsatisfying only because I expect us to like get into like huge like comedic argument or whatever. It'd be like it was like you cheated the entire time. Like you completely lied about this boss. Like that boss never existed. Your games are so trash or something. But no, this is actually like obviously,
Sucks.
yeah, literally, exactly. I know we were joking in the beginning, but it's actually pretty cool of us to like look back on those games, and it's hard. It's hard to. I mean, we pretty
Yeah,
much did this like on the spot, pretty
like
much,
I said,
and we also had to look.
Sonic has no like not a lot of replay values. So the fact that I'm remembering all this is crazy. Like
Yeah.
I have not touched some of the PS3 Sonic games in like forever, and all that. And the only games I recently replayed was like the GameCube games, and that was it. And
Mm, yeah.
and then
Well,
Mario, I haven't replayed on any Mario games unless you count like, yeah, actually no, I never even replayed it.
yeah, yeah. Well, I do want to close off with something. And that was, um, Sonic is trash, boy. He's trash.
Excuse me.
You really thought I was gonna go the entire
Excuse.
time without saying that? Oh, you got it wrong, boy. I can tell
Let me
you
just
right
say.
now.
Let
I
me
can tell
just
you right
say.
now.
Let me
Let me
just
tell you.
say
Let me tell you
that.
something. Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. I pretended to be civil this entire time. You really thought I thought this is gonna be a draw? Oh hell no! Mario is better in every way. I can tell you right now. He's gonna come up with more and more games and dominate. He's gonna dominate.
Are you
And you know
done?
what's gonna happen to Sonic?
Are you
That
done?
third movie?
Are you done? Are you done? Are you done?
Yeah.
Are you done? Cause let me just say, sucker. Let me just say that Mario is a gosh dang plumber. He's a plumber.
He's a hardworking man.
Hardworking man. Go clean my toilets. Go clean my toilets. You take your little brother with you, who's taller than you.
I don't even like
Mario.
No, disrespect to Mario.
And go save.
Don't disrespect Mario.
Maybe go save a princess every day.
Don't do
Go
that.
save a princess
Don't do
every
that.
day.
Don't
On
do
your
that.
to-do list.
He's out
On your
here
to-do.
working
You know what
hard.
it is? You know what his to-do list?
24 hours a week or 24/7, excuse me.
Listen! Because all Mario's to-do list is this. Wake up, save the princess, bust, repeat.
Wait, what? What was the third one? Wait, what? Wait, you said wake up. Wait, what? Wait, what was the third one?
You know,
What was
those
the
who
third
heard
one?
that, those who heard what I said, you know what I mean, right? You know what Mario be doing. But that's it. That's it. Sonic,
Okay.
he be saving the world. He be facing Eggman. He be facing all these enemies.
No, I got completely thrown off when you said that to-do list because I'm like, wait, what? I was like, I thought you meant like, never mind. If you know, you know. I'm not even gonna. Yeah. Pause. Big time
Oh
pause.
yeah, that was definitely a
Yeah.
pause. It's definitely a pause moment.
Definitely pause
Well,
moment.
actually, no, it wasn't. No, it wasn't. No, it wasn't. No, it wasn't. It
How was
actually
it
kind of
not?
was. It
Respectful.
was just inappropropriate.
Okay, yeah, fair.
It was just
It's not,
inappropriate.
listen,
It wasn't a pause moment.
no, that was a good one though. You got me for a second. I was like, wait, what? I was like, I thought I misheard you for a second. I was like, I don't want to feel like I have a dirty mind.
You heard what I said, right?
Oh, I heard what you said. That's why I said what as fast as I did. I was like, what? Um, yeah, that's a. All right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, as you can tell, we're a chaotic duo. You can't tell already. Third episode in, I don't think we're ever gonna, change up our style. I think this is pretty much how we're gonna be 24/7. Um, but I
I
think
have
that pretty much concludes the child changer segment.
I have an
Peyton-
announcement
Oh yeah, go ahead, go ahead.
for our next episode.
Oh, next episode. All right.
Next episode. Will PlayStation and Taco Creator, aka Matthew, go up onto episode 4 and talk about the new collaboration between Fortnite and Dragon Ball Z? Find out next time on the next episode on Dragon Ball Z.
Mid anime. No, I'm joking. I never watched it.
I'm
Never
not.
watched it. Hey, no, hold on. Wait, no. All right. Well, um, I will do the outro. You can go ahead and find us over on Instagram and TikTok. That's gonna be Boon Squad underscore OTS. Okay, never mind. Hold on, give me 1 second. Um, yeah, that part might get edited out. Obviously, Derek, for those who don't know, Derek, kindly put together the podcast.
I was trying to open the laptop quickly before it cut me off.
Yeah, no, you're all
And my laptop fell off my bed.
no, you're all good. I'll probably what I'll do is I'll I'll have this part edited or whatever. I'll just say like just edit that part out if you want. Because I started doing the outro. I thought that was it.
No. Keep that doing that. But then like we're gonna start right now. 3, 2, 1. Hi, I'm back.
All right. Technical difficulties.
I was sick of things, you know.
Yeah. It's like he was sick of my stuff. But thank you so much. For all the support you've been giving us. 60, I think it's like 63 views on our very first episode, 44 on our second. And like we said time and time again, we're an extremely, extremely small platform, extremely small podcast. And for every view you give us, it's something we genuinely appreciate. So, Peyton, do you want to go ahead and give your socials for this little podcast we're doing, your own, and then I'll give mine to wrap the whole thing up.
Awesome. Why, bro? All right. That's all you need to know. If you type this up, You'll find me because I am the one and only. I am the one and only Pay Station. That's it. You're muted.
Oh, I know. I know. I thought you were gonna say. I thought you were gonna go like off for a second. You know what I mean? You just start getting all hyped up.
Oh no.
Okay.
Oh, you want me to go off? Oh
I,
shoot.
mean,
Okay.
I was ready for that.
Here is where you'll find me. It's bulleted on my head. Follow.
And you know what? Some other accounts you can follow as Boom Squad _OTS over on Instagram and TikTok. We are looking to keep promoting promo codes for every episode. We're also looking to actually release different pieces of news, video game news on those platforms as well, just so you guys are being kept up to date with everything video game related if you so choose. But you can find me Matt _T29 over on Instagram, my personal account. If you ever have interest in joining our podcast or even joining many of the other wonderful ones we have here on the OTS platform, please do so. And you know, as always, thank you so much. We appreciate you, we love you, and we will catch you guys in the next episode. Peace.
What is going on? Stop!